Good morning, comrades. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a video that I've been looking forward to make quite for some time, because we are driving today, thanks to Carmrade, the owner of the car, the BMW M240 xDrive. It's another M240i xDrive, the latest. What's the chassis code of this one?
The G42.
G42, yes. Very important point about this video. Next week I will be getting a G42 M240 xDrive from BMW for 2 weeks time, where I will be making like a very in-depth review, putting it on scales, putting it on alignment bench, putting it everywhere. Oh, we have a Walkaround traffic, great. So today's video is an actual first impressions video where we're gonna see how the car behaves, and then later actually when I'm more accustomed to it, I'll probably be going also a bit faster on the track. Yeah, so having said that, what made you get this car?
So honestly, I had a 2016 340 F30 that I built and unfortunately lost on the last day of TF last year.
I remember that.
Yeah, I came and had a small chat about it. I was interested in getting a M2 competition, but it was a little out of my budget, so I went to my dealer. We spec'd this one. I got 10% off, and it fit my budget perfectly. Awesome.
Well, it's interesting that you say that you wanted to have a M2, but then went for this instead. M240, whether it is the previous gen, and I think this gen is a very important car for BMW, because it makes a lot of people think or understand that you actually don't need an M2, because especially when you just use it for straight line acceleration, B58 engine, which was in the previous and also in this car, it's a very capable engine, and if you don't use the absolute limit of the car on track, then you don't actually need an M2. So I'm really looking forward to see how this car behaves. Last year we drove an xDrive M140 modified to 500 horsepower, and I think I said that this was probably one of the best cars that I ever driven when it comes to balance, to the overall performance. So I'm really curious about this. The traffic is pretty horrible today.
Yeah.
But I heard that on track nothing is happening because everyone is actually scared of Walkaround people, because they end up walking on the track. It's quite bad. Yeah. And we have a bit of more sound coming inside the car because you already removed the rear seat.
Yes.
You have the STEM Performance rear seat delete kit, which brings a bit of more noise as far as it goes, because of course we have OPF filters and everything.
So this one is US spec, and we got it on the lift, and there's no resonators on the exhaust.
Nice.
So it's just cats, and then
so that is going to be also a good comparison with the car that I'm going to get next week, because that's going to be obviously European spec with all the emissions and cats and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and slightly more horsepower. This has 382.
382, okay.
Yeah, but an important note that this has a factory and performance LFD.
Okay, nice. All right. I forgot to clean the windshield. People are gonna hate me, so stay tuned also for next week's video when we're gonna have a car with a clean windshield.
I'm sorry.
All right, off we go. Put the power down, very easy. Red line 6.5, I guess, by the looks of it. Transmission, is it the same ZF Auto like on the previous car, I guess?
No, it's an HP 5.1.
Okay. The brakes are good. Suspension a bit soft. Something in the back is flying around. I don't know what it is, but it's not mine. Plenty of grip. Traction control we already switched off, so there's a lot of power coming on the rear. It's good. Lets the car slide nicely. We're running Michelin PS4S tires. Can you get Cup 2s for this? I'm pretty sure you can, probably.
Yep. We will be doing wheel fitments at Pro Track maybe next week.
Okay, nice. I like it so far. There's plenty of control.
You are a great driver.
I try. gas with the xDrive. Really good. Bit of traffic. It's unfortunate. Thank you. Like a speed limiter is kicking in or something. Is it limited?
Limited at 157.
Okay, that's probably about right.
Miles per hour.
Yeah. Can use a bit more powerful brake pads, but it was not too bad. You good?
I'm great, dude. Keep doing this. I'm just the potential. Oh man.
Yeah, suspension's quite soft because it does not change the suspension settings, does it?
It has adaptive suspension, so it should. But
Okay. It's still quite on the soft side. You can also feel the weight. I think the car is a bit heavier than the predecessor, or
yeah, a lot heavier.
Oh, okay.
1.7 tons.
oh wow,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
it is.
Let's see anything with the sun now. Down, bit of traffic. Pedal is getting slightly softer, but not anything too bad. Should get here. We're safe. Good. Using all of the track.
So much fun.
I'm happy you like it. I'm enjoying it as well, but gotta say for track, the previous car is probably more suited because of the weight. You start feeling it. It's not only because it's just simply heavier, but it makes the tires overheat
Yes.
easier, quicker. You need to run bigger brakes. It's the same that we see on our current M3 taxi. The weight is just, it really is torturing the car, the components. And it's a bit understeering, but I think, I guess the alignment is stock, right?
Yeah, stock alignment.
Yeah, BMW's always set them up for super safe, so I'm sure there's a lot that you can do with the alignment settings alone. It's going to be interesting, like in a year or two, when people start modifying these, to see the actual potential of the car. Yeah, understeer, especially with hotter tires. extended suspension there. Oh, there's a bit of a lift off sideways. Another lift off. I don't know what you have in the trunk, man, but
Something that was secure by the side nuts, but no longer is, I guess.
it's quite okay.
Wow, that's fun. I'm sweating. Oh,
Nice.
man.
Cool, thanks for this experience.
Thank you.
So, the quick first impressions, because again, this is the first impressions video. Performance is there when it comes to the power band. You have very good torque, the engine is great, the B58 requires no introduction. Also with the xDrive it works quite well. It's understeery at this point, but it does not have to do necessarily with all-wheel drive, because I know the base models, or like all models from the factory from BMW, are being set up so understeery that even like a rear-wheel driven car are going to feel as if you're driving front-wheel drive car from 20 years ago, just to make people safe and, well, not oversteer into a barrier, but understeer into it. So with the alignment, I'm sure a lot of things can be done, improved, because in terms of power delivery, it does put more torque to the rear wheels, because we had, especially in the first corners when the tires were a bit cold, the car would like to step out a bit. So it does benefit to the handling. It's more rear-wheel biased from what I could feel. But in stock form, quite challenging. Oh, hello taxi. Weight is a very big factor. If you're gonna buy this car for the track, I don't know how much you can take out of the weight, because of course there's a lot of dampening material, like all the other equipment, but it is at the end of the day a new car. The chassis is heavier, and this is something you need to be aware, because like I said, and then the brakes, very important. I think second lap would have been very tricky if we would even be able to... Hello. Second lap would have been quite tricky, because the pedal was getting already soft halfway through the lap, so we're taking it easy. Especially you could feel into Bergwerk, it was like carrying a lot of distance through there. Suspension, very soft, but then again, it's a heavy car, so for like it has become a grand tourer more than a sports car, in my opinion. So depending on what you're going to do with it, for track, I think you might be happy with the predecessor, especially if you're really thinking of modifying a car.
Right.
You might save the money that you get on purchasing the new car and put it in the mods, which is then going to be better, because here you will have to change a lot of things. Plus, I don't know what the availability of components is. Of course, engine is easy, brakes is probably similar to the same. But if you want to have it as an everyday car, this is something I'll be able to tell you more in next week's video, or in 2 weeks when I'm done with the long-term loaner from BMW, because then I can say like, oh yeah, the seats are quite comfortable, and
Yeah.
it is a very comfortable car, definitely, but it puts comfort ahead of track performance in stock form. So it has potential, but you will probably have to do a lot to it to make it work. So, but what are your plans with it? Are you gonna put again massive turbo on it and have it 800 horsepower?
No, so I get a 3-year unlimited European warranty. So KW just actually fitted some V3s onto a test M240. So
Yeah.
I will get some KWs. When I go to ProTrack and we do some fitments, you know, some ProTrack ones, we do brakes, and then I take it to the ring every couple of months, enjoy it, and
Nice.
drive it every day, and it should be good.
Oh, cool. Well, I would like to try it out when it has the new mods.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be good. Actually, we're gonna park the car there because we can do a quick walk around.
Of course.
So, but so far, I enjoyed it a lot.
You definitely drove it a lot better than I did yesterday. So I do appreciate it, because I feel like a lot of people will not drive at the limits of cars in stock form, but they just want to hurry up and modify it. But I think being a better driver and learning the track is much more important.
No, for sure. No, definitely. I mean, you got to see what you got to. We obviously didn't drive too close to the limit because you are aware of limitations like, okay, brakes, tires, new car, your car, take it easy.
Yeah.
But you need, now by knowing what are the weak points, these you need to tackle first.
Yes.
Because the power is more than enough, so it would not make sense to put another like pure turbo kit on and like, you know, methanol injection, because the brakes are shit.
Yes.
Or like they're already not coping with this power.
Yes.
So brakes, tires, suspension should be the first mods for this car, and then later on you can do the power. All right, let's do a quick walk around.
Sweet.
What's the color's name?
Thunder Night Metallic.
Thunder Night Metallic?
Yeah. Great.
All right. Cool. So I just realized that we've been filming the whole thing with the microphone being directional, so you probably couldn't hear me. So we grabbed the main camera now and we realized, so first of all, it has the active vents that are open, which are usually closed. So you said that it's not working or something, or people are saying?
So normally the vents only open if the car needs additional cooling. So when I drove my laps yesterday, I didn't drive it as hard or as good as you, obviously. And on the pictures from Race Tracker, they were closed.
Okay, well, so we stepped in it and they're working. I didn't actually know that this feature. That's pretty cool. That it is very important to get your car up to temperature and then later on to cool it down with this active cooling. What we can also see is that the radiator has a very nice protective mesh there in front, so this means that if a stone gets there, it will probably not destroy your radiator, which is good.
This is also active as well.
Okay.
Normally closed off, so if you want to run brake cooling in the future.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But but what about the side ones?
The side ones, these are open all the time, but it also has a mesh.
Yeah, that's good. That's really cool. I like that BMW thought of it. Now, other things that we already talked about while the thing was switched to the front bias microphone. One more time, the color's name is Thunder Night Metallic,
yeah.
Just like the Midnight Purple of R34. Now, important thing, what we can see already here, the front tires are struggling. Okay, get a bit out of the shadow, thank you. Yeah, you can see that they're here. Understeer, because like mentioned on the track, they're understeer thanks to the alignment. The brakes are now already cooled down from the previous shot, but there was lots of heat coming off. You can probably maybe still see on camera. Car sits very high. Lots of suspension travel in addition. Like honestly, you know what they say about wheel gap, the more fingers you can get in, because it's like and this you can actually fist even. That's like an SUV pretty much. Speaking of the brakes, by the way, these are not like stock brakes. They are stock, they're from the car, but it's an option.
Exactly. So this option is included with the ZTK package, which is the high performance entire cooling package. So you get PS4S.
Yeah.
You get the 893Ms, 8.5J front, 9.5J rear with 245, 35, and 255, 35, I believe. And it comes with the bigger 374 millimeter disc on the front, blank face rotor, and the rear have 348 millimeter disc.
Is there an oil cooler?
Yes, so there is an oil cooler.
And that's from the performance package, right?
Yes, underneath the car.
Ah, yeah, just like on the M3 that it goes there. All right.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely get the bigger brake mod, unless you're going to swap the brakes completely for like AP racing or something else. Get the brakes. Suspension and brakes you definitely need to change. Overall, was actually quite good. Yeah. Also, give Carmrade a follow. I know you can ask him all the questions about this car, especially if you consider buying one. Maybe he can give you some opinions. There is the rear seat delete kit. That is hard to see. Maybe you can see it in the trunk, through the trunk. Yep. Looks nice. Nice. Ah, there's some bolts flying around as well. Don't lose this. You might need it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about the car. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely have. It was amazing. Like I said, I'm looking forward to getting closer to the car next week, when I'm gonna get mine, not mine, but like a press car, temporary press car, press loaner for 2 weeks, and we'll tell you more about it. And especially, as mentioned in the beginning of this video, we're gonna put it on the alignment bench and see what the alignment values are of a stock car, unless BMW is going to change them for me for the track. But hopefully they won't, because then we can say that actually this all the explanation was we said all the most important thing. So one more time, thank you very much for this experience.
Thank you, man.
Looking forward to seeing you when you're gonna put some other mods on it and we can take it out again. Or if you have an M240 with some mods, or if you're gonna have an M240 rear-wheel drive, because I believe they have been now released, announced.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. So then,
Yeah, for the 2023 production model. So also include the iDrive 8 if you like the huge screen that wraps around.
ah, that thing. Nah, it's only extra weight on top of the weight that you already have on the car. Cool. Well, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.